Hi everybody, welcome back. It's been some time since the last video. In fact, this one's coming in quite late. I'm filming this quite late, relative to what I wanted to share. But yeah, I just haven't been able to find time during the weekdays. And I guess from what you can see behind me, I still haven't gotten my room back. Construction's still ongoing. I think it's gonna finish any day now, but yeah, things have been chaotic schedule wise and setup wise for me, so whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video to share with you my Battle Hardened experience. I participated in Battle Hardened Manila last week, and yeah, just wanted to, I guess, give you guys a tournament report as usual. So I guess let's just get started. To begin with, I think I guess I'll take you back to what happened before the Battle Hardened itself. Um, and that's like 3 weeks out from the tournament, and that's basically when I stopped playing the game for some reason. I stopped playing the game physically and online. Physically because, or in person because I actually got sick for a good amount of those weeks. I feel like we just passed the flu around here at home, and yeah, basically just stayed at home for like two armories straight. Well, three armories straight, but two of those basically due to me being sick. The other being, well, I guess I was just lazy, and there was a period where I was so into team fight tactics that I just figured I'd play at home instead of going to the armory. So there's that. And then Talishar wise, I haven't played much as well, leading into the tournament, and that's because first off, TFT. And then once I hit Masters TFT, I quit. But then I got hooked into this new game called Uma Musume, which I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with, but it's basically this horse racing gotcha game. And yeah, I was basically in deep. There's something about me where I just fixate on one thing after the other. So kind of stopped playing online as well, as you could probably tell by the lack of uploads. So yeah, basically coming into the tournament, I didn't play the game for 3 weeks, and I, probably my only practice was like a few days before the tournament itself, just because there was a ban on the same week, or the BNR announcement got released the same week, and I was basically scrambling to create a new list or create a Mario list without bonds. So yeah, kind of rushed practicing there, but didn't really perform well either way. I mean, didn't really feel confident with the list coming into it, but whatever. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have the reps, so yeah, YOLO basically. And I'm actually gonna post the list in the description just so you can see what I came up with as a, I don't know, a quick or what do you call this, like a makeshift list post ban. Basically the list that I took to not to Battle Hardened. But yeah, again, coming into the tournament, I didn't really play for like 3 weeks until like the last few days before. And so then came our flight to Manila. And it was okay. I slept in a different hotel this time around. Um Actually went to Manila for something different. We're supposed to just watch a play, but then the tournament was announced, and it just happened to be in the same weekend. So I decided to play Battle Hardened. So kind of worked for my schedule, but at the same time, I didn't really focus on it for some reason, which is entirely my fault. But yeah, didn't sleep in the Airbnb this time, so I actually did get some sleep. Hi, team. Whew, actually had a very good sleep. Well, too good, but I was coming from the night shift, so I kind of slept early and woke up pretty early as well. I think I woke up at like around 4 a.m. and I thought the event would start at 9, so prepared. Went down for around 6 a.m. for breakfast, hotel breakfast, and Left the hotel at like 7:30, thinking that I would need an hour at least to travel, and got to the venue in like less than 30 minutes, and found out afterwards that it was actually gonna start at 10. So kind of like just sat there waiting, and I feel like I could have spent that time chilling the hotel or doing something else instead, but couldn't do much about it. So I didn't see the announcement the night before that it was actually 10. So probably my fault, but at the same time, probably not. Anyway, uh, player briefing started, and eventually we got paired into round one, and it was instantly then that I kind of realized that I was not prepared for this tournament. Uh, Not just deck wise, but just in general. First turn, first game I played versus a KO, and I lost the dice roll. Went first, and immediately I forgot to flick for some reason. I didn't. Well, thing is, the deck that I built is more dagger focused, and I think that just means you have to rely on graphene more than typical. And basically, the idea is to just, if I do get turn zero, I clave, try to mark, flick, open up a slot for graphene, and play the rest of the game with both my daggers. Right? That's the idea. Instantly, I made a mistake. I forgot to react, so they took damage, and I was like, "Oh, I should have flicked," but then it was already past that point, so I couldn't do so. Left with a mark, and then instantly got punished the next turn. So my next turn, I could have had a very nutty Kiss of Death turn, just because I had two reactions, I believe, if I recall right. I had a Orb Weaver and another card to pitch for Graphene or something like that, right? So basically, the idea was to block with Mask, transform into Black Widow, and basically do the whole combo with Kiss of Death, Black Widow, and Snaps. So I didn't even need to use Snaps because I believe I had, what do you call this? The Go Again reaction in hand. So I was very set up for a very good turn, but then I couldn't execute it because I didn't have a slot for Graphene. And and Graphene was the only thing I could swing because I only had a red card in, or an extra red card in hand. I believe it was a CNC, so the only way I could do another attack post or after Kiss of Death was via, was through pitching the CNC for a graphene swing, flick Kiss of Death, so to take at least two cards from hand, right? Given the Black Widow effect. But yeah, just because I didn't flick the first turn, I kind of got punished, and then never got to execute that plan. So lost out on the disruption, lost out on the value, and then from there he just kind of uh rolled me with like blood rush and stuff like that. So lost. It was unfortunate. And oh, forgot to mention, I got judge called twice because I kept missing my trigger. So I just I just knew I wasn't prepared for this tournament at all. Like just from that very first game. I don't know if it was just jitters or just me being not basically practicing on paper. And yeah, kept missing my triggers. Almost got an IP2. Like it was just a warning. But yeah. Not the game that I wanted, not the first game that I wanted at least. Um then came game 2. It was against Katsu this time. I feel like I composed myself a bit better during this game, but still missed a lot of crucial blocks that I didn't really take account, his equipment and stuff like that. So yeah, basically failed like two major blocks that gave him 4 plus more value, for each turn, and basically just got blown out at the end. I think I got it relatively close through like my codex turns and stuff like that, but it just wasn't enough. So basically started the tournament 0-2, and from then on, well, I knew I was out of contention, so I kind of went tourist mode. Just basically took pictures with Shoma, Carlo, the event organizer, and also fellow player. So yeah, I knew I was out of contention then, but I just decided to play regardless. I was already there anyway. I wasn't gonna do anything else for the day, so just gain some experience and try to, I don't know, yeah, gain some experience and hopefully learn some stuff for PQ. And it was my first battle hardened anyway, so yeah, whatever, just played. So round three, if I remember right, I played a Puffin or a Dio. It was either one of the two. So they're either game three or four. And the Puffin one was relatively easy. It was probably one of the easier games that I had. I just kind of rolled and had the right reacts and disruption. Uh, Even though I didn't have much disruption, but yeah, I was I was able to chew through the opponent's armor early, and then was just able to present a good amount of arsenal disruption with Ligno with Assistant Codex, and just basically blew the opponent out of the water. It came to a point where he wasn't sure how to block, and I just had like T-Tox and stuff like that. So yep, kind of rolled. The Dio one was a bit scary. The opponent opened really hot. Uh, and yeah, he went like max V boom grenade turn into another max V turn. So I think, yeah, if I remember right, I got low quite early. No, let's say mid 20s to, well, just around 20-ish HP quite early. So I figured then that I did it exactly. I wasn't going to be able to kill the Dio through damage, so I moved to a fatigue game plan and somehow was able to make it work out and won that game via fatigue. And I was quite happy as actually. I never really. I think that was the first time I won via fatigue in person, so I felt like this kind of satisfaction in decking out the opponent for some reason. So I'm not sure. Maybe fatigue is the way. I don't know. It's definitely something that I want to explore, and especially now with the new set cards already revealed, and there's like this new Huntsman card. Maybe it's time to learn Huntsman. I'm not sure, but we'll see where Mario is in the meta in the future. But yeah, it's definitely an option now. I feel like fatigue's fun. Maybe. Anyway, next round. Well, so basically won those next two. So yeah, I was 2-2 at this point. And my next game, I believe, was against a Riptide. And this one went to fatigue as well. Except this time around, I was the victim. I just forgot how to play versus this very trap heavy deck. Uh, I knew there was like a discussion in Discord just before the tournament, and I just didn't. I failed to internalize it, and yeah, didn't know the game plan and lost a very close game. 4 HP left for my opponent. Probably supposed to be 1 HP if I played my reactions right. But it was like this very unfortunate turn where I had a very good hand that would bait out his reactions and stuff. Or I mean his D-reacts, and had like 2 toxins in hand. Like, so basically, no, 1 toxin in arsenal, 1 toxin in hand, and two more reactions. So the plan was to basically just swing graphene, pump to 7 via the 2 reactions, and wait for him to use his traps, and then toxin for like a very huge turn. But then for somehow he had this, I don't recall the name of the card, but There was this card that would reveal my hand and my arsenal. So he had full information, and I just like, how do I play around this? I probably should have pitched the cards down to save it for another turn, but then I just thought of using them all anyway. But he was able to block the best that he could, so quite unfortunate there. It is what it is. But then, yeah, again, I didn't know the game plan. I know the game plan now, so if ever I do face another Riptide, I feel like I'm more confident uh into playing versus these trap heavy decks. But I wasn't I wasn't the same person then, so just lost. And yeah, again, wasn't really in contention at this point, so no harm, no foul. Continue to play again, and this time, next game played versus an Ira, which went very late as well. So that's like the third game at this point, which went quite late. Uh, I may have been playing Mario wrong, but I was very defensive. But eventually, he was able to win the game with 4 cards left in deck. So very close to getting fatigued as well. But thankfully, was able to get him close or low enough to finish the game with a few reactions. So ah, at this point, I was quite tired. I think yeah, 6 games in, and with 3 fatigue games basically. I mean, I mentioned earlier that I kind of like the fatigue or fatiguing the opponent out, but those 2 other games, feel like I was the one getting fatigued, so it was a bit stressful. Anyway, won that 3-3. Proceeded to the next game. This time it was against another Katsu, and I think I did better this time around. I kind of remembered what happened during the previous Katsu game and essentially blocked out better. And yeah, was just able to close. It was a very close game though, but again, and oh yeah, my opponent had like very good reads on my hand. Like I was kind of bluffing my reactions, and he just never overblocked and stuff like that. So it's kind of smart from him. He basically just risked anyway, and he made the right calls for like 2 straight turns. I'm like stressing out because oh my god, am I gonna die? But was able to close it out anyway. Very close game though. Almost lost that too. But again, I think the difference was as I kind of blocked better compared to the previous um, matchup versus Katsu. So at this point, I was 4-3, and then proceeded again to the next game. This time against another Dio, and this is actually a Pro Tour player, so that was cool. And he gave me some pointers uh, for Mario after the game. But yeah, played Dio, one dice roll, and for some reason went second. Brain fart. And it just didn't make sense because I went first the other game that I played versus Dio, and I knew it was supposed to be first. But then I was looking at my old sideboard guide, and for some reason it said second there. And then I just went, yeah, I'll go second. And he was like, second? And then, sure. I already said it, so I can't really take it back, right? I didn't follow my instinct. I knew I was supposed to go first, but then went second. And so he went first, got a good setup to begin with. I believe he set up 2 items on board, and one of them was a one that gave +2 to the first attack. So really got rolled. This was probably the fastest game that I had during this, yeah, during the whole tournament. And yeah, it was so fast. I lost really, really fast that I actually got to take more pictures basically, and went full tourist mode. Yeah. Lost to the Dio. Gave me tips. He said I should have leaned fatigue, which I already knew. But then for some reason I just didn't try to implement it. He said I should have gone first, which I also already knew. But I don't know. It was a long day. Long day. Whatever. It's a good experience. And again, he did teach me some stuff because he said he also played Mario. So that's a benefit, I guess, of continuing to play regardless of contention. At least you get to learn some stuff and talk to like better players. Of course, again, this guy was a Pro Tour player, so that's something I aspire to be. I say that, but then I don't practice for a tournament. But yeah, I aspire to be. Uh, And yeah, so I'm kind of thankful for that matchup and, or well, thankful for that opportunity to learn. And yeah, went on to the last game, and this one was versus Vincent. And kind of remember the Vincent match that I had during Nats where I failed to block as best as I could. And so yeah, just kept that in mind and just blocked the best that I could. And this was another game that went to fatigue, and this time again I won. So was happy, and again kind of really liked fatiguing the opponents. So I don't know, maybe I'm kind of liking fatigue. Yeah. So maybe I'm gonna build a fatigue deck soon, but we'll see. Again, we'll see where Mario goes. But yeah, I really had fun on this Vincent matchup, and I feel like I just knew better on how to play it from the last time I lost to it. So there's that. Again, I guess that's another benefit of just playing in these tournaments is that you get experience and you actually get to figure out how to play versus certain heroes, and you can apply it the next one. So even though I didn't exactly perform the best, maybe it will help me prepare for PQ season. But anyway, finished the tournament with 5 wins and 4 losses. Again, the ranking, the standing didn't really matter at the end there from the beginning. So yeah, I'm not exactly too happy with my performance given just, well, I guess I was satisfied with my performance. I just wasn't happy with the way that I approached this tournament. I should have done better. Should have, could have, would have. But it is what it is. I mean, even now, I'm still playing the horse game. That's just how I don't know. I just fixate into things. But for some reason, post tournament, I felt more motivated. And yeah, I actually just attended an armory today. So it's first armory in like 5 weeks. And yeah, I just wanted to get practice in and hopefully perform better during the PQ season because I do want to qualify for Japan. So because that's a pro tour that I could attend if I ever do qualify. So yeah, again, not the best performance as you would expect from someone who didn't practice, but this what it is. Experience, had fun anyway. Had good sleep because I wasn't with the team. I just wanted to bring that out because I know they watched the previous video. But yeah, uh, that's pretty much all I wanted to share. Oh, did have some few loots. Let me show you. I got a bunch of promo cards and the port scroll. Wait, wrong binder. I got a few of these gravy promo cards. I'm not sure if they were events. Well, I guess they're not event specific. I didn't know we were gonna get these, but they're nice to have anyway. If the camera could pick it up, no, it's too dark. Yeah, we got board the ship, hoist them up. It's you probably don't see that, right? It's too dark. There you go. Hoist them up, and what is this one? Paddle faster. So basically, just like extended arts. If whatever. There you go. What do you call these? Rainbows? I don't know how to determine versus rainbow foils versus gold foils. They look like rainbow foils. They're curling like rainbow foils. So yeah, I got these 3 rainbow foils. A a few freebies here and there as well. Got some stickers. The bigger ones being the, what do they call this? The Porta Scroll, which is like this. How do you call it? How do you say? Let me just show you 1 second. Basically, this thing right here. It's like a, I don't know. I don't know how to call it. I don't know how to describe it, but you can basically roll your mat in here like that, and it has this compartment or zipper thing on the side where you can place your dice and counters and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. It was a freebie for signing up and really like this. And Carlo also gave us this book, entrepreneurship and yeah, digital side hustling book. Carlo is the owner of Unbox, and he was the one who organized the event and got him to sign the book too. Went full tourist mode after losing contention early. So yeah, those are like the big freebies. It again was a nice experience. So wish you could have done better, but you get what you deserve. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's quite a long one, so hopefully you guys watch through to the end. But thanks for watching as usual, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.